if anybody need to be well paid, teachers should be on the top list of well paid profession in any society, because they are fundamental. They train professionals, presidents, name it. Without you passing through teachers, you can't be what you are today. After God, I think for any society, the next is teacher.
To my own experience, I would say Nigerian teachers have not been treated fine. They've been taken for granted in the sense that you could imagine how a teacher will feel if all teachers are training people and they are becoming lawyers, counselor, chairman, and eminent people in the society, and they have been taking a very huge remuneration, while the teachers themselves are not even just taking a token. I would say teachers should be treated, and because the way they feel will tell much on the way the next generation is going to be.
Gone are those days where their reward is in heaven. Teachers' reward is on earth because they have done credible impact in our lives. For instance, I think they have imparted so much, and some will say education or school is a scam, but honestly it is not. And by the time you know that ignorance is not an excuse, and is more of a scam than education. So teachers have imparted so much, and speaking with you today, I think part of the impact from teachers in our society.
We all know that teachers are the bedrock of all institutions in any country, because there is no country or whatever you ought to be in life, you must have been taught in one way or the other, and teachers are the one responsible for this. To me, I want to believe that teachers ought to be treated, with soft hand, because teachers are the one that would determine the kind of generation we produce tomorrow, based on the fact that all our children these days, they are under one teacher or the other. The fact is that teachers, the way they feel, the way they feel about life, whatever is their challenges affects the children that they are teaching. And so they should be taken of high priority in any society.
Any nation or any society or any person that neglects teachers or teaching has neglected the foundation or the fundamental thing. So that society or nation cannot be said to be civilized. If you apply this to Nigerian society, the fact that the government in particular has neglected teachers. Teachers are not well paid, they are not well cared for. When I was very small, teachers were well paid. In fact, in primary schools and secondary schools, you have teachers had their quotas and they were well paid. But now, teaching has been neglected. In fact, miscreants get better paid than teachers. So, the fact that Nigeria has neglected teachers means they don't want to be civilized. It shows that they are not on the path of civilization. Because if they are on the path of civilization, they will have known the importance of teachers in their society.
Most of us, our parents were not always there due to work and other things. So the real impact, like for me to be able to speak now, is because of my teachers, right from when I was little. So I think they are a really, really important part of my life.
The impact is huge. We were taught by teachers throughout school. We were able to read because somebody taught us. And to graduate is also because somebody was also there to impact the knowledge in you. So we cannot really overestimate. In fact, they have done so much. The teaching profession is something that should be taken highly seriously. It's highly neglected. I think something has to be done urgently to address the issues. The consequences are all staring at us in our faces, where teachers no longer more put in their best because they are not motivated. It will lead to training poorly trained students who cannot even do anything. So nobody is giving in their best, and then you see that teachers are not trying hard to meet their curriculum, which has a huge impact on the educational output. increase their salaries, make them comfortable, then invest in education. Even ASU is also crying down to the tertiary level, neglect. There used to be teachers' quarters where teachers live. I don't know any school now in public schools, primary, secondary, that can boast of quarters or something for teachers to live in, and their salaries is poor, So they have to factor in their welfare, increase their salaries, make them comfortable, then you can attract the best teachers. People are leaving the profession. I went around to schools. I'm only saying women. The men are no longer model. But then, in the past, we used to have men in the profession. But now I believe more than 60% of the workforce is now women. So something has to be done, to address them. Salaries increased, and then other benefits that NUT has been crying for. Let it be met.
My late wife, she was a teacher. And again, teachers, in fact, they contributed 70% of me being who I am today. Because without them, I don't think I can be what I am today. You understand? So the teachers are very, very important. I think the government, they should look into this profession, because this profession is one of the best professions that we are supposed to look into. Because whatever anybody is today is from the teachers. One, the salary. You should even start building houses for the teachers, give them good accommodation, give them good life, good shelter, so that at least they can impart more to our children.
Now, young persons are finding it difficult to go into the teaching profession because of their remunerations, what they get. I think is one of the major problems. Some states, for instance, I wouldn't want to mention their names. We know some states who continue to owe teachers' salary, and this profession has been relegated. That 6 months sometimes they don't even pay them. Recently ASU, is giving a warning strike concerning teachers' welfare. So teachers' welfare, to be honest, in Nigeria, most especially, has been relegated because of their pay. So it is our time we increase teachers' pay, because most the senators, the House of Rep members, even the president, was once a student, and he was taught by a teacher. So these things are something we don't really need to shy away from, and there is need to really look at that profession and give adequate attention to the teaching profession.
Right from time, teaching has been a job that people just look down on. It didn't even start today. When I was little, if they ask any child, what do you want to be when you grow up, you won't hear anybody say, I want to be a teacher. Yeah, because that neglect has been there right from time. But actually, these are the core areas of life that we just look down on. Teaching and some other jobs like doctor and stuff like that. But most people just say, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor, I want to be this, Even drivers, they are very important, but people just look down on them, So I think teaching, I'm not really happy the way people look down on teachers. It's very, very, in fact, everybody goes through teachers. Even the president had to go through teaching before he can lead, So I think the government should do more for our teachers. In terms of salary, I think it's even one of the lowest paid jobs, except in private institutions. I think the government should step up the salaries of teachers to be able to impact more on students, because some schools, there are some experiences you hear of students saying their teacher just came to class and just gave them one note to go and read. He didn't even teach that day, or those things. Sometimes I won't blame the teachers, because there's no motivation, there's no morale from the government itself. So, and most of the teachers do this because they have the passion for teaching, but passion alone cannot move careers. So So I think the government should do more for our teachers and to be able to make a greater future for our country.